Hello, I am Becky. I am your postnatal corrective exercise specialist. Today I have a questions from my DM here, my Instagram DM. If you haven't followed me on Instagram to learn more about motherhood, postnatal exercises, and especially for diastasis recti. So this mama asks, hey, I've been meaning to contact you. I really need help with my abs. I am about 2.5 to 3 fingers wide. Awesome, because you know you have diastasis recti and you did the measurement, which is fantastic. A lot of people don't even know that they have diastasis recti and thought it might be something else or just didn't know what it was. So it's great, kudos to you. My doctor can feel connective tissues underneath, okay? For exercises, I do lots of squats, lunges, row machine, elliptical, hill sprints, but not distance running. I avoid any direct abdomen exercises because I'm terrified of everything. Also, I can't even roll properly because of my stomach doming. I assume you do coaching. Okay, so there are a lot to unpack in this DM here, the questions from this mom, and I actually do see a lot of this type of questions in my inbox. These type of moms tend to be very active. They do take care of themselves and they wanted to feel better with energy and everything, but for some reason they are just not getting the help that they need in terms of healing their diastasis recti, and they might be reading a lot of information online telling them not what kind of things to avoid, what not to do, what kind of things that would make their diastasis recti worse. Just like this mom, like she would do everything else, lunges, elliptical, sprints, but not anything that has to do with the abs or abdominal exercises. But think about it, when you do lunges and when you do squats, we do need to use our core in order to come up, in order to get into the position, in order for you to have the right form. So whether you're doing running, whether you're doing elliptical, whether you're doing anything, the core sits at the center of your body. So there is no way for you not to use it. Whether it is using your upper body lifting weights like this, you're still using the center of your core to support you, to hold you upright. So that's why there is nothing that like, oh, I would just avoid everything and then not work on the core. But you're still using your core, but maybe not in a way where if you're specifically targeting the abs area, that core area, that will yield to different results, but you're still using your core. Now the thing is, in this mom here, she's saying that she's doming. Doming, if you don't know what doming meaning is, a bulge of the stomach. So when you're exercising, it creates a doming effect. Imagine this is the stomach already, but when you're exercising, it forms a really like a coning or a ridge shape where it's like something that is pushing out of your stomach. You can literally see it in your eyes, on your stomach when you are, let's say if you're working out in front of a mirror, you will obviously see this type of doming. So that's what she's saying. Right now when she's doing some exercises, she's doming. And that is telling me that the pressure, the core pressure, is not used and tensed correctly. Because when we're using our core and when we're using our core, engage it properly, the muscle should be tensed. It should not be forming a dome. Forming a dome meaning that the core engagement is not correct, first of all. And second of all, we are not using the deep transverse abdominal muscles, the deep layers of the core muscles inside of us. So we are not using that core muscles. She might be using the upper abs, she might be using the obliques, but she was not using the deep core layers of the muscles. That's why she needs to work on the foundational pieces first to be able to engage that core exercises, and then to be able to use the breath. Essentially, she needs to work on the 360 breathing, engage that transverse abdominal muscles so she can tense up that area. When she's doing exercises, she is not going to see that doming because she's able to use and tense up that transverse abdominal muscles. Now the fact that she can feel the connective tissue underneath the 2.5, 3 fingers gap, it's showing me that there's a depth to her diastasis recti. Whether it is a knuckle deep or 2 knuckle deep, she is saying that she can feel that connective tissue, meaning that tissue is very stretched out. So again, we need to work on the transverse abdominal muscles in order for her to tense the abdomen area. So when she's progressively move forward to harder exercises, whether it is squat, lunges, and when she does traditional core exercises, which she can, but she has to work progressively toward that, to build up that momentum, to build up that strength. She might not be able to do from right here to doing, let's say, a sit-up right away. It would be very hard for her without doming. But once she is able to build up that tensions, that strengthening of the core, she will be able to move toward that. So she needs to go back a bit more to work on the breathing, work on strengthening the transverse abdominal muscles, and then progressively build on top of it. And when she does squats and lunges, she will want to make sure that her alignment is correct, her form is correct when she's doing it, and how she breathes through those exercises will be very important when it comes to these exercises. So any exercise can become a core exercise. It doesn't matter whether you're doing a dead bug or a bird dog or cat and cow, squat, lunges, deadlift, all those exercises, the beauty of it, once you learn how to progressively build up to it, able to tense your core, any exercise can become a core exercises, diastasis recti healing exercises, and that's the beauty of it, is our human body is just amazing. Once we're able to adapt to it, we're able to build strength, and we just need to repetitively do similar things but challenging ourselves in a good way. So I hope that answered the questions, and if you have any questions, I would love to get to know you more and just chat with you about the situation you're coming across or what kind of questions you have. Yeah, I would love to get to know you more. Okay, talk to you next time. Bye.